The world is moving at a tremendous rate. No one knows where. We must prepare our children not for the world of the past, not for our world, but for their world, the world of the future.
Softplace to land, the forest floor, the palms of your hands. I'm looking for a soft place to land.
When you consider what we do in education, most of the education system is to improve the quality of society through improving the individual members of society. So higher quality of education, a better ability to gain employment that they're interested in, and just the ability to have more critical, thoughtful views of the world around them. There are research components to the education system as well that are quite significant, but for the teaching and learning experience, for the people who are actually paying tuition dollars, they have to be at the center of the experience. And in the past, we needed the university to do a lot of the knowledge mediating for us. Suddenly the web comes along, then we have Web 2.0, then we have social media, then we've got the open education movement, then we've got massive open online courses, and next thing you know, students can organize without an organization. They can, in a journalist sense, go direct to source. They don't need the university to play that mediating role. So if the university wants to stay relevant in the lives of students, they really have to start looking at what do students want and need, what kinds of tools and technologies do they want, how are they interacting with information outside of the class setting, and that whole range of factors that influence what students come, both in terms of expectations and in terms of needs.
So if you remember before we really industrialized, we had many nomadic peoples. These are people that oftentimes worked in agriculture, or trade work, but move from place to place. But now, with knowledge-centered people, innovation-centered people, we have new kinds of nomads, which I like to call KNOWMADS nomads. And these are projected to comprise 45% of the workforce by the year 2020. So just as companies are no longer to individuals, which is one thing I think we discovered last economic downturn, individuals are no longer necessarily loyal to companies as well. And the bottom line is that we cannot expect to work for any single employer or any single job for a long period of time. So nomads are creative, imaginative, and innovative people who can work with anybody, anytime, at almost any place. They can be anybody at any age. They leverage their personal knowledge to contextually solve problems. They're motivated to collaborate. They purposefully use new technologies. They share what they know. They learn, unlearn, and adapt to new ideas necessary as continuous learners. And they thrive in non-hierarchical environments.
And the Museum of the Future is going to be completely different than a place where people come to admire or come to get things or get to things which they already know. The Museum of the Future is going to be like a university, like a campus, where the art is one thing, but the fact that you have so many different encounters and that you can test your own ideas out, that you can throw your own questions out about gender, identity, about the world, about salaries. The museum is ultimately a much more representative democratic society. It's a real form of demos, even more democratic than, you know, the way we are represented by politicians. I mean, do we still feel represented by politicians, by bankers, by insurers, by property owners? Probably not. I mean, we have to learn to represent ourselves, self-governance. We have to learn how to make decisions for ourselves. And the museum can, you know, teach that, can offer possibilities. I call them probabilities. And that's what a museum is going to be in the future about.